So you just generally keep going on that till it comes up clean.
Oh, so that one got a lot more than those wipes.
Yeah. IPA will clean it, but this stuff does, as you can see, a better job. It is very aggressive on paint. So if I was to run that over there, it would come up a little bit grey. So I'll just leave it down there, it's a safe place for it. So you put that in, and again, see that little button there? So that little button, that's one safety mechanism. It won't start unless that's pushed in. It's the reason why this bar is solid, because that one there has that little groove. So that goes down, and then on the front of this, there's a green button and there's a red button. What's the green one? So that's over here. And you want 3 continuous. Stop it, let it finish the rotation. Back to safety. These ones here, again, like everything, don't let it go. It's like a ceramic, it will break. Then you put it back in there. Again, down, if you get multiple rods, I just need to sit them all around. And there's your swab. So what you're looking for is, I would say, 3 continuous, same width, same thickness. When you have that, next part. So now it says check the alignment. Well, you know the alignment's going to be pretty good because you did it when you started. But you check it anyway. That's pretty good to me. But I'm biased. Then you have your idea. Cup it like this, put on the inside, rotate it all the way around, and same on the other side. And make another one. Or 2. Fold it, scrunch it, whatever you do. But on this one, just the face. That's it. With that same one, cleans all the dust and everything else off it. These things here, cheap. In my eyes, cheap. So now it says insert the heater. You can either push start over there or push the little green button on the side. Simple as that. So what you're looking for here is the bead height. The bead height is 1.2 millimeters. Look around the pipe, front and the back. If you can get underneath, have a look. Not a problem. On this pipe, not so bad. Look for the smallest area, that's what you gauge it on. Not on the biggest area, because it might be 1 mil here, but on the front there's no bead at all. When you're happy, we'll start. Now it's heat soak. Heat soak is the drag pressure that keeps it there, and it allows the heat to transfer back into the pipe a little bit. Of course, in the perfect world, we'll be outside, there'll be a cap on that end, there'll be a cap on this end. We're inside sweating profusely. Only thing to be careful of is if you think you might have touched the pipe when you're wiping it, wipe it again. allow it to dry. In this temperature, it'll dry pretty fast. So on this, you do nothing. You don't sit on the pipe, you don't grab the end and shake it with your board, just let it sit. For the big pipes, you have a bigger carrier. That's when you can go and move something over here, but you always keep close to the machine because it beats 8 times. And on the 8th time, it opens. If you're not there to take that out, it closes again, whether you're there or not. Oh. Closes. Put it away. That pressure is slowly building up. It will roll over with the beads, and then the machine will shut down. Just the hydraulics. The valve shuts off, keeps the pressure in there. That's how it stays. For any reason, it slowly seeps out again. The machine will register that it's falling below a certain threshold, pumps it back up again. So now you get your stamp. Put your stamp in there. And then move on to the next one. Easier.
Do we preheat the pipe before tucking it in? So
Yeah.
it has to be
When you turn it on, generators, you'll hear it, the generator's working, and then it cuts out, idles, and then it cuts back in again. That's all good. What you want to do is you let it rise or fall about 3 times. So what you do is ideally you get this all set up, you start it, you get the head plate up and running, and then you go about getting your pipe in the right area, get it sorted, get your first bits of pipe in there, you get it all aligned, and that time, when you finish doing all that, this should have regulated itself by then. I mean, it'll take you a little while to put your tent up. But get this running first. The only time you put your tent up before this is if it's going to rain. And you put your tent up. But get this up and running, get your tent up around you, put your sides up. Like I say, by the time you get your pipe in there, that's regulated, it's ready to go.
How long usually though for that to heat up? Half an hour?
No, it's usually maybe 20 minutes. 15, 20 minutes like that. The bigger ones, the real big ones next door, they're a lot longer. So what you do now is nothing. It's cool. You don't play with it, you don't lift it. The only thing you can do is to beat it. That's the beat out of the inside. But other than that, that's all she wrote. The next time you come up to this machine is when these lights here, these are the different phases. That was closing, that was changing over, that was heat soak, that was a change over time, building up of the pressure, cooling. When that one comes on, it'll be green, which means the weld's finished. So we have to show you something different on this machine. Okay, I'm going to interrupt this.
How long will
Interrupting.
how long will that usually take to weld?
Finish? We've got
Yeah,
another, it's got a timer up here, you've got another 417 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So when that elapses, when it finishes, then the green light comes on, all the pressure gets dumped out, and then you can carry on with the next weld.
Oh, it doesn't
So if
take
I was to
that long.
interrupt this right now, that hissing noise was the pressure being released. Then I push start again, because that stops the noise. The next thing I do is this. On other pipes, you get this lifted, put a bit of timber under here, put another piece of timber at the back. You have your strop tight on that end, and your mate pulls it. And why you don't leave it in there is if he goes to pull it, the bead catches on that and your machine's going for a free trip down the road. That will drag that machine, that little bead. So you lift it up out of the machine, as soon as it goes out past here, you can breathe easy. All you do is sit there with a piece of timber on the front and hold it. And then when the end of that gets to about here, you tell your mate to stop. If you're on a radio, give him a countdown. Got about 500 mils to go. 4, 3, 2, 1, stop. Tell him to stay where he is until you bring the clamps down and lock it into place. Because no offence to any digger operator out there, but you put your boom down, you actually drag the pipe further that way. This doesn't matter so much, but when you're doing the bigger stuff, the 355s, the 311s, all of that, it's a bit of a struggle to get it back in. So you pull that through until the end is down here, and then you bring this down. Then you get the next bit of pipe, swing it round, you butt it straight up against that one, you clamp that one down. And then, I'll only push it once, this one here. When you push this button here, which is opening, it will open. And it won't stop until a little bit of metal here touches the sensor, then it stops. So if you've got timber or anything else over there, it's going to break it. Something's going to give. Fingers, feet. Well, unfortunately, what some people do is they open these up like this and then they push that button, and you've got a stubborn ring on that side. Try to rip all that way. Because it just keeps going until it hits that sensor. Easy? Alright, peace up. You're working in pairs. Okay. Do we go alphabet or reverse alphabet?